Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to an episode of Pattay's Performance. Today, in the field, we are looking at this Scag 36 Advantage, as you guys could see. And I don't know if the camera can pick this up. We do have some fuel coming out of the muffler. So what happens is fuel is working its way from the fuel line down into the carburetor, and it's overflowing the motor, and now it's going to any open area, and that is going to be the muffler. That is the lowest point possible. I'm going to pull off the air filter for poops and giggles and see if anything is coming out of there. And this air filter is completely dry. Oh, you could smell the gas. So this is definitely a fuel related issue. Let me get some tools out of the Honda. I got to be careful how I film because I want to keep certain things private for safety issues. It is 2024. And things aren't as safe, and people do not get punished for the crimes they commit here in New York. So let me get a few tools, readjust the camera angle, and we'll call it a day. All right, so first things first. Let's stop the flow of fuel. So we're just gonna manipulate this hose. Got my little side cutters, come on. There we go. Squeeze, pull, get it out of the way. We'll just jam that in there. Okay. Unclip it. Now the carburetor is just exposed. Now I know you guys are going to mention it, but just in case you don't, this oil is compromised. It smells like gas. So even after we get this carburetor looked at, do not start your mower. All right. Oh, look at that. That's insane. So remember, this is mobile. Our job is to just get the mower running. And that's exactly what we're going to do. This motor will not start, and it's locked up. So these 10mm bolts, we're going to zip those off. Look at that. All right, let's pay attention to what else we have going on here. All right, so there is another clamp right there. We got to get out of. We got to get out. So we'll move this clamp into a favorable position, get it off, and then we could pull the intake off and get to the carburetor. All right, so here we are. On the right side of the carburetor, we have to access this bracket. we have to free this bracket up so we can get this intake off. Now the reason why I'm taking this carburetor off instead of trying to access it quick and dirty, I want to get a good look in there. I want to pull the needle and see what's going on. So we will push this to the side like so. And for me, we'll put that bolt back in there. We'll just hang this right to the side. Next step is we need to observe these linkages. Put that in there. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's pull this out towards you. And then take note to where these linkages are, fat one and a small one. They can only go one way. So I'll just unhook those and I'll show you how you know which way they go once we get this carburetor off. Where's my rag? But as you guys can see here, you're going to see a fat hole. Are these all in the same? All right, so I've never worked on one of these before, but there should be a fat hole and a skinny hole, and the fat hole goes in the linkage, and then the small hole goes the spring. But it seems like this one, it all goes in the same spring. So let's crack this carburetor open. All right, guys, this carburetor is pretty nasty. And since we're opening it up, I want to give it a good clean. I'm going to do this off camera because I don't want to ruin my lens. Let's crack this bad boy open. This is our gasket, 10mm again. You know what, we'll just make sure, and then we'll crack this open. Like so. Oh, look at this gasket. This might be a problem. And look inside here. Look at all this. This is frozen solid. This needle, look, this pin is frozen solid. This should have some play side to side. And look at all the gunk inside this carburetor. This gasket might be an issue. Let me get some PB on here, cover this in PB, and hopefully we could save it. Because this gasket is the difference between possibly not running today and saying goodbye or not. So this is the issue right here. We got to try and free this up. What happens is gas is getting past this float and needle and overflowing into the rest of the system. So some PB Blaster. I do not like to use carb cleaner because on metal pieces, on rubber pieces, I'm sorry, it likes to eat away and break things down. And these carburetors are nothing but rubber and plastic on the inside. All right, let's give it some persuasion. Okay, see how it's coming? Flip it over. What's on this side? Okay, so this is there. Now we're just trying to work this pin back and forth so it comes out nice and easy. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Because that pin is not supposed to be frozen and locked in. That is supposed to be free flowing. Alrighty, so through the magic of editing, the pin is now out. So now, let's just pull this out. Here's your float. And this is your needle. Right here. And this is why I like taking WD-40. You see this rubber tip here? It looks like it's intact and it's good to go. You don't want to put carb cleaner on that. And then inside here, there's nothing. It's a solid metal base. You're going to spray some lube inside that hole. Go one way. Go the other way. And same thing here, all over here. And we'll just, while we're here, we'll just do a couple of quick blasts and we'll call it a day. All right, so let's get our rag and just pat this dry. You don't want to pull this tip off. And same thing here, you just want to get all this, make sure nothing is blocking. And if you want, quick blow job. Tastes good. So let's put this back in. Like so. You slide it in. It can only go one way. And same thing with the carburetor. Make sure it sits in that hole. And then we're going to get that pin back in. Now remember, this pin was a pickle to come out, so it might be a pickle to put back in. Let's choose the path of least resistance. There we go. Right through there. Make sure it catches. And then we're going to have to give this a couple of taps. Right in the hole. See how it's going through the other way? All right, see that? Okay, we're good to go. Again, we're getting low. So we'll just blast this. Look at my other can, we'll blast this. And we're gonna put the bowl back on. So I've been trying to soak this in PB Blaster, so hopefully this still seals. Okay. And just clean this. And we'll put this back. Now this is an OEM carburetor. It says China on here, but there's a Kawasaki. Hold on. It says China right here. 47066. But then right here is your Kawasaki. Let's give this thing a couple of pulls. Let's get this fuel out. This is not electric start. And as you guys can see, this fuel is just coming out. Yeah, so we got a lot coming out. Let's pull the spark plugs and let's see what we got coming out of there. Let's take the compression out of this thing. So this is a V-twin, so we have a spark plug on each side. So let's just pull one and let's see what we got. Now if you guys are in the field, a quick easy repair is to unstuck the motor, stick a fuel shut-off valve in, and shut it off every time you guys stop using the mower until you get it repaired correctly. Yeah, look at that. This spark plug is wet, so you know it's getting full of gas. And remember, this is a V-twin, so one side and that's how you know this motor's screwed. Not screwed, but oil and fuel is mixed and the oil has been compromised. So instead of lubricating your motor, you're washing and cleaning things. Yeah, that thing is full of fuel. So now with no compression, yeah, you can see everything coming out now. All right, so we're gonna leave that out. And we're gonna hook our carburetor back up. And we're gonna see if we fix the issue. All right, so the same way we took our carburetor off is the same way we put it back on. Now remember, we need to see if there are two holes, and there is none, because remember that spring? So what we're gonna do now is this spring we can hook on, because that's a little tricky. And this other lever literally goes on when we put it in. So just like that. Get you out of the way. And then as we're here, as we're sliding it into position, that goes in there as well. Now for me, I'm a creature of habit. Just a little bit of anti-seize right on the threads. I cannot help myself. That is something I cannot and will not let go. And remember, this went here. Let's get this bolt out. Anti-seize on that bolt as well, off camera. All right. Put that in the hole. And I think Now the only thing I wasn't paying attention is I don't remember if that plastic lever was on top or the bottom. So how does this lever work? So let me just see something. We're gonna move. No. Where's the choke lever for this? Let's follow the cable. Is this choke? Stupid. Stupid. That goes in there. Okay, now oh, we're falling apart. We're falling apart here. You know what I want? I'll put this on here because I don't remember how this choke goes. Because I'm an idiot. I'm worrying about filming instead of working. So what is this? All right, wide open throttle. Choke. Okay. So, this is how it's set up. This black piece goes on top of there. All right. All right, we're getting there. Other way. That comes off. Let's get our intake boot on here. Start these nuts. Remember, by hand, guys, you got to start these by hand because you don't want to strip anything. You don't want to take a very simple repair and turn it into a complicated one. Oh, no, 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 no. Idiot. You guys are making me mess up. This went there. And the linkage on top, yes. And then the linkage on top. Now we start by hand. There we go. Guys, you're gonna make the same mistakes as me. I'm not gonna edit these out. So you know. Alrighty. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do now is, just want to get you guys a different camera angle so you guys are not looking at the same thing. Disconnect the fuel line from our extension, and we're going to hook this puppy back up. Stick it back in there. And connect that fuel line. Remember, this motor isn't locked up no more. Alrighty. Now, this thing should run now, if all goes well. We are literally going to run this thing for just a second to confirm that, and then from there we have to pull our oil. Now in theory this thing has an oil filter on there. This should be getting a new filter too. That is something I do not have on me, but we're just going to get it running, and then once we confirm that this is good, then we will change the oil and filter again. We want to make sure that there's no gas in here. On the spark plugs are 13/16. And don't forget that big ass hose on the carburetor from the intake to the engine. I think that's the crankcase vent. Don't forget about that either. Take your time. And not for nothing, I could have swore these machines are electric start, to be honest with you. Connect them. Connect them. Let's do our intake hose. My tools. Get our filter. Again, remember, we're just here to get it running. We're not going to blow anything out. Tell him it needs to be serviced, and you can call that a day. And with these, this is a very dirty area, so I don't want to run this machine and kick up all this dust and get it sucked in. Alrighty, remember, just a quick fire. Quick. Okay, choke, a little bit of throttle, halfway. You idiot, I forgot this thing has a key. Key on. Now we have spark. Yeah, this thing is still Still pissing. All right, so let's just see one more time. Let's confirm we have fire. Spark plug out. I'm gonna give this thing a pull, and we're sparking. That's a good spark. Let's do our next coil, because we could see the spark plug. I can't see the other side. Alrighty, let's try again. Key on, choke open, and fire in the hole. That's it, we're done. We can't run this mower because it's got oil, it's got gas in the oil in the crankcase. So off camera, I'm going to change the oil, and we'll fire this thing up. You know, you're just gonna have to pay for a couple oil changes, that's all. It's part of the process. Drain plug is right there, oil filter is right there, and we will call it a day. Does that look like oil to you? Absolutely not. All right, I have never ran a stand behind. So this is gonna go really, really bad or really, really good. I figure we have to start the engine, let the oil get a little hot, mix with the gas, wipe it all out, and we got to change it one more time. Let's figure this thing out. I don't want to kill myself. All right, so that goes there. Transmission is in neutral. Tools are out of the way. Key on. A little bit of throttle. Down, okay. Slow. Where's forward? Nope. You don't want to go fast. How do we switch gears? Whoa. What is this thing? No, this is, I think there's safety because I let go of this thing and it shouldn't have taken off like that. All right, let's go neutral again. All right, let's say, I think I figured it out. I think. So let's hope I don't kill myself. All right, let's say, I think I figured it out. I think. So let's hope I don't kill myself. Alright guys, so this video is done, but I'm not. Off camera, I'm going to change the oil and filter one last time, and this thing is good to go. Alright guys, if you guys found this video helpful, good, bad, ugly, smash the like button, smash subscribe, and guess what? I'll see you guys on the next episode of Pattay's Performance, and thank you guys for coming with me on today's road call. Later.